Hi and welcome to GuruCAHSEE.com. My name's Andrew and I'll be guiding you through this short Getting Started video. On this website we've compiled hundreds of free interactive math resources and organized them into dozens of standards-aligned CAHSEE math preparatory modules, which we'll call collections. This short video will show you how to find the right learning materials and share them with your students. Let's start out by visiting the Resources tab. This tab contains most of the math content you'll find on this site. If your students are English language learners, you may wish to use the content in the Resources ELL tab. These two tabs contain exactly the same content, but difficult to understand text and video has been removed from all the ELL collections. When you hover over the word Resources, you should see a drop-down menu like this. Each of these categories represents one cluster of California state math standards that the CAHSEE tests. Let's take a look at one of these clusters, number sense. You can see that this page contains about a dozen collections, each associated with one of the California state math standards that the CAHSEE tests. We can click on any of these icons to access the collection. You can copy this URL here to send to your students. Each collection consists of 5 to 10 math resources pulled from various places across the internet, arranged into a playlist. You'll find video tutorials, textbooks, and math video games. At the end of each collection, you'll find a short 8-question formative assessment. Many of these questions are taken from previously released CAHSEE tests. If you want to receive an email with your student's score report, make sure that they know to write your email address in this text box right here. So that's the Resources page. Now let's take a look at the Assessments page. On this page, you'll find links to 2 full-length 80-question CAHSEE practice tests. These practice tests recycle questions that were previously used on the CAHSEE and that have been released to the public by the state of California. Each test is structured so that it mimics the actual CAHSEE as closely as possible. You may decide to use one of these tests as a pre-test to gauge where your students' needs lie, or as a post-test to prepare your students for the experience of the CAHSEE. Just like with the formative assessments we explored earlier, you can choose to have a score report sent to your email. Once again, make sure your student knows that they need to write your email address in this field before they get started. You can use the score report and compare it with the scoring rubric found on the practice test page right here. The scoring rubric will tell you which California state math standards your students struggled with. And that concludes our Getting Started video. Feel free to explore or continue on to the next video to learn about how you can customize these collections.